This week, I am in the throes of celebrating my 15th wedding anniversary. My husband and I are beyond blessed to be celebrating such a big anniversary. We are thrilled, and it is such a joy in our house. I love my husband more than the day that I married him. But what is, I think, even more profound is that I like my husband more than the day that I married him. I really enjoy his company. I love spending time with him. He is the person that I want to share everything with and talk to, and we laugh together and sometimes we cry together. We have been through a lot. We've had some amazingly, beautifully fruitful seasons, and we've had some very, very challenging, sorrowful seasons. We've had good times and bad. We've kind of been through all. But the whole time that we've been doing this, the present kind of constant in our life has been that together we hold hands and walk together towards Christ. As a wife, my job is to help get my husband to heaven, and as a husband, my husband's job is to get me to heaven. And as long as we both are really focusing on that and working towards that, I feel like we're on a really great track with our marriage. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is this trick, this secret that he and I have developed that has really helped us have a very joyful uh, marriage, the kind of marriage that we don't really fight a lot or often. We sometimes have some disagreements, sometimes we have some conversations, but we really, in general, have a very blessed marriage. And I think that one of the big contributing factors to that is that somewhere along the line, I don't remember when or how or why this developed exactly, but we stopped getting upset with each other whenever we would do something accidentally. This has been like a complete game changer. Like when I look back on our early marriage, when we're still trying to figure out married life, figure out parenting, like dealing with all of the things, and it was just so stressful all the time. And it was just really, really easy to blame him and to get angry at him as soon as things were going wrong. And it wasn't necessarily things he meant to do, like if he lost track of time and got stuck late at work, or, put the wrong twin in the wrong outfit, or, fill in the blank with these like well meanings. It's not like he's out to get me and to try to make my life more challenging or create more work for me, or whatever it is that's being done. And so like I was thinking, you know like I want to give you guys an example, right? So hypothetically, like I'm totally making this up here, right? But like hypothetically, if my husband backed out of the driveway and scratched his car right into our neighbor's stone mailbox, left some like very significant scratches on the side of his car. And that night he comes home and he tells me, I have two options. And option one is that I completely blow my lid and go off on him and tell him how irresponsible he's being, how he should be paying attention. And, he's got a backup camera. Like, what excuse does he have? And what was he thinking? And now it's going to cost us money to repair. And oh my gosh, and all of this. And I could lay into him and make sure he knows that what he did was wrong and how upset I am. But he knows that what he did was wrong. That he doesn't feel good about it. It was a complete accident. He just had gotten a momentary distraction, and it was just a pretty crucial moment. And it was unfortunate. And so that's my first option. Or then option two is I can say to him like, well, okay, like this is what happens. It's happened to the best of us. No big deal, right? And either way, no matter how I react, no matter what happens, the car is still very significantly scratched up. We still have the car to deal with, right? No matter what I choose, that doesn't change. The only thing that changes is our relationship. So in option one, he feels even more like crap, and then he is angry at himself, and then he may be tempted to take that insecurity and that anger and that frustration out on me or on our kids, or by withdrawing. And he's going to have to funnel that somewhere and deal with those negative emotions. But option B is he feels loved, and he feels safe. He knows that it's okay to come to me with his mistakes. He knows that I don't expect perfection from him. And then we are able to still have a good evening together and to support each other. And he's still an active father, and he's co-parenting with me, and he's helping with the kids, and we're just laughing about things and shrugging our shoulders and saying nothing that I do or say to him is going to change the fact that the car needs to, have some work done on it now. And then the best part is, like a week later, when I just, well, hypothetically, forget to make a mortgage payment, not because we don't have the money, and not because I had some crisis going on in my life, like literally just forgot, he gets to treat me with that same level of grace. And I felt terrible about it. And then he tells me, like, Maria, nobody's perfect. And for 15 years, you've been making mortgage payments on time. You've been doing what you were supposed to be doing when you asked to take over the finances, and you're doing a great job with it. And that's okay. And it's a late fee, and it might be a ding on our credit, but the great news is we're not planning on buying a new house or a new car anytime soon, and so it's not really that big of a deal. And he hugs me and he tells me that it's okay. And then because he's treated me with that grace, then we're able to still have a wonderful evening together and to enjoy each other, and to be happy. Like I'm safe coming to him with my mistakes and with my failures, and he is with me too. And it's such a gift, and it's helped us have really mostly more often than not a happy, joyous marriage. It is not perfect. It is not all, rainbows and sunshine all day, every day. But at the core, we care more about each other's souls and our relationship than we do about the things of this world, like the money in our bank that we have to spend on an unnecessary late fee, or, the cars that we drive, or whatever other like thing of this world we might be tempted to fight over. And by living like this, like, yeah, we get a happier marriage, which is awesome. But at the core, this is exactly how Christ tells us that we should live, that we should treat each other mercifully, that we should not be judging each other because we know that we are not perfect and we're not doing it. And then what is so cool is in all these things, the more that we align our lives fully and truly with the way that Christ calls us to live, the happier and better our lives are. Like, I love Jesus so much, and I keep trying to live this mercy. And the more that I do, the more that I get back. Like, Jesus is never outdone in generosity. And so in turn, by not going off on my husband on the littlest things, I get this really happy, fulfilling marriage. So I hope that you guys can all try to live a little bit more mercifully in whatever relationships you have, whether it's your spouse or with your children or other close people in your life, because just like with me, Christ will not be outdone in his generosity with you. That is all I have for you today. I'm Maria Riley, just a sinner in the throes of trying to be a saint.